Yo, welcome back to the Let It All Out podcast. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay on top of our daily stories that I got to bring you. Don't miss out. Like Jules, really listening to Jules, it really opened my eyes to showing me like damn, everybody when you got it will love you so much. And then at the same time, when you don't got it, they just shit on you and leave you out there like you grass. You see what I'm saying? Leave you right in the grass. So it's like Jules. Like, let me tell. Like, I know it's a couple stories that he probably want me to tell. Like, hopefully I can get him on my podcast once I start doing my reaching out. I was on his JPay before they switched everything over. So at the same time, like, mind you, I help him because I know he wrote a book. I just can't think of what the book name. But before he published it and everything, he let me read it. But just speaking up on Jules a little bit, like I just remember he telling me a little few stories about like how he used to run the bike campaigns and do everything for the kids, the back to school drives, everything, like real stand up guy. To the point where like now he was just showing me and telling me like how his heart and everything else really made his deciding factors and put him where he was at today. And then when I tell y'all this nigga heart so big, like let me tell y'all a story on it. Boom, one day I'm chilling in there and he talking about everybody going to child, me going to the store. And he owed some court costs. So he was more so trying to get some money on somebody's books, long story short. So this man said, yeah, man, I just want to do something good for Christmas for everybody on the compound since I ain't gonna be able to do nothing out there. You feel what I'm saying? Like he usually do shit out there. So he wrote the warrant and asked the warrant, can he put 100? I think you allowed to spend 120 in jail. He wanted to put $120 on everybody on the compound books. I'm talking about every single body. He was like, everybody, just so y'all don't think it's just for the Bloods, just for the Crips, just for these certain select people. He wanted to put $120 on everybody books for Christmas to let everybody go to the store to make sure everybody have a good Christmas. I'm talking about the war. And he said, I have receipts to back up where the money coming from, all that. I'm talking about the Warren wrote him back and told him it was going to exceed over a certain amount of payment that they allowed to accept or some shit like that, so he couldn't do it. When I say, bruh, little stuff like that was just really making me see the type of person Jules was, to the point where, like, just hearing him, it's a lot of stories. Like I said, I ain't going to tell because, like, at the end of the day, that's his business. I can just really tell y'all my point of view. But really hearing him, hearing himself, hearing this case, seeing what he came, the final straws of what he came out of it, it made me realize like Jules don't supposed to be in here, bruh. He really don't supposed to be in there. And I want to say he got like 33 to life. See what I'm saying? So it's like boom. Me realizing Jules was the type person that wasn't supposed to be in there. The thing I learned from Jules, it was like, damn, you can be up in life. Like not just not just like spirits and happiness. I'm talking about life, like dealing with life, like bills and everything. You can be up in life and it all can go away with just one boom. One mistake can take it all away. So it was like, even to the point where like I'm starting to see Jules' depression. I'm gonna just say that just on a quick stand. Like I started to see Jules' depression. When I first met Jules, he had a hair full of hair, curly, all that, bro. I'm talking about within months. Within months, Jules' hair was starting to be gone. I'm pretty sure he bald by now. And I'm not even trying to say it like that. Like I'm just like it's just like he took an effect on me, and I really fuck with Jules, and I really love to get him on here. So it's like boom. If you see this and you know him, tell him I'll be reaching out to him, or tell him he can reach out to me if he still got them old letters from JPay. My number's still the same. So it's like boom, even with Jules. So then with learning from that, I start being able to see that. I start being able to see When I start really starting to see that, it start to dawn on me like, dang, I wonder who all else depressed in here. I wonder who all else feeling the way I feel. See what I'm saying? So it got to the point where like now I'm going to talk to my boys. I'm seeing it with them. So now it's like I'm like, okay, this where my heart come from. I say some gotta give. We gotta be able to come up with some or do something in here. Boy, don't y'all know? Like I told y'all, I showed y'all how I released mine. I done turned my cell into the Royal fucking Rumble. Ask anybody. Oh my God. So like, look, you would come in my cell. We'd just be wrecking regular set. I'll just take off. Oh, now we in there. Fake hit. Look. One of my niggas that come to the door see us. Oh, come here. Look. Oh, I want some work. Look. I'm talking about to the point where like, bruh, man, it got to the point where, bruh, it'd be 8, 9, 10 niggas in my cell all at once. We hit. We just taking look, we just going crazy to the point shit broke, shit breaking, all that. Boom, niggas bop out one by one, one by one. So like G George really started being like our stumping grounds. I started meeting more people. I met motherfucker like Bill. Gotta shout Bill out from downtown. Bill, the 100 guy. Um, who else in there? Blow from down the way. Blow was my neck. I remember I tried to rough Blow up. He so goddamn big. I tell you, he to pick me up. Goddamn, look. Blow. I mean, motherfuckers like him. Like I mean, some real cool, smooth motherfuckers on G George. Like to the point where like now it's getting to the point where like okay, now I know what's going on. So boom, it's getting up to like my first year in. Now I'm in my first year in, boom, in prison, like actually in prison. I've probably been locked up like 2 years, but like, or going on 2 years. But like my first year in prison, they send you to the board. And when you go to the board, they really go find like evaluate you, tell you if you get your level dropped or not. Long story short, they say they always drop you. They always deny you the first time. So boom, I go up, I get denied. Boom. So now I get denied. I ain't really salty because all my niggas that live, I still want to be up here. Shit cool, shit straight. But now I'm getting into it with the COs. Boom. Mind you, I'm always loud. I'm always that one. I'm always going. So boom. Couple days, we ain't got work. I'm out in the morning. I come out in the morning. Man, y'all, I don't be out in the morning. One day I come out in the morning. I'm playing chess with my nigga. I get loud. The CO say, look, don't be loud no more, bro. You too loud. Man, I get loud again. Boom, man, why I go to my cell? This nigga up in my cell searching it. He like, you got too much stuff in here. Wrote me a ticket for 2.4. You only get 2 tickets and you get kicked out of G George. Boom. So I'm like, damn, that's one. They put me on blue band. Now I'm stuck in the cell, things like that. I'm in this motherfucker just doing anything. Boom, it get to the point where like now I get off blue band. He tell me again, like, don't be loud. Look, I'm loud playing dominoes, thinking it's a game. Don't y'all know I put my thing up to take a shit? Everybody do this every single day. It's common. It's common, stupid common. He walked past the cell, write me a ticket for covering the window. Boom, now they trying to kick me out. Oh, I'm sick to my stomach. Oh, I'm salty. I'm like, damn, I gotta go back to regular pop. Look, they didn't kick my nigga Chemo out, but I'm still seeing Chemo every day for real. Boom, I'm like, damn, look. So now I go see the lady. The lady keeps telling me, like, you look real familiar. So like, she like the head white shirt of the block. So she keep telling me, like, you look real familiar. So I'm like, I don't know where I know you from. Man, y'all live is right up the street. Like, it ain't that far away. It's up at Kings Island. So boom, like you can see the drop zone from lead, but if you're on the yard, you can see the drop zone, the ride at Kings Island. So boom, we like so she keep telling me you look familiar, things like that. So I asked her like, shit, I'm from Cincinnati. Like, she said, what part of Cincinnati? I'm like, I'm from Wynn Terrace. She said, oh no, I don't know nobody from Wynn Terrace. She said, I'm from Moosewood though. I said, Moosewood. I said, shit, my mama and them from Moosewood. She said, who is your mama? Look, I get the name of my mama and all them. She ain't really familiar with her. But then when I said my grandma name Velma Hart, she went alert. She said, what? Velma Hart, your grandma? Oh my God, Velma Hart, she what? That's my girl. Look, start going crazy, man. I swear still, this is why I never forget this. My grandma Velma saved me this day, bruh. I told her Velma Hart was my grandma. Like I'm telling her about my mama and all them, my uncles and all them. She thinking, but she ain't really familiar because she an older lady. Man, I tell her like I said, shit, my grandma and then my grandma named Velma Hart. She said Velma Hart. No, she called her I think Velma Woods or something else. But then she was like, she said she did. I think she taught me something about my grandma on that day. She said, yeah, nah, she did get married or something and changed her name and because that's how I really, yeah, that was that, because that's how I really knew she knew her. She started going crazy, like, oh, well, I wish, boy, if you weren't here, I could have told you that's my girl. Look, she looked at the ticket like, what you in here for? I tell her like, man, I put the little thing up and he already be on bullshit, and then she said, look, all right, you know you ain't allowed to have that up. Look, don't do it no more. I'm gonna let you off with a warning. I'm gonna give you blue band, but this time, but look, I'm gonna talk to him, and if he recommends you leaving though, I probably have to kick you out. I'm not gonna lie. Like if he really like assertive on you leaving, but if you can go apologize to him and he don't recommend it, look, boom, then I'm for sure gonna make sure you stay and you're gonna be on blue band. So then I leave out, walk up to him, apologize to him, like, man, I know I don't even be out in the morning and shit. I was be loud. I know you be trying to be kicking and shit. I ain't gonna lie. I really don't be realizing I'm that loud. I told him like some purpose shit, like I got like something where like I can't hear myself talk. Like I told him that, like I forgot. I used to be so fucking much of a liar too. I told him some purpose shit, like I got something where I can't hear, like I can, like I can hear myself talk, but I don't know like the tone sometimes I'm in and stuff like that. And he then went back up there. He didn't know first. He like, man, just go to your cell, bro. Look, try to act like he wasn't listening to me. I really did thought he wasn't listening to me though, no cap. Cause I'm in myself salty, like, man, he about to recommend me leave. Look, he came back to my cell. Look, my fault, y'all. He came back to my cell, like, boom. He came back to my cell, started talking to me like, yeah, man, like, bro, yeah, you just said in the morning, like, I don't care about the afternoon. I know you usually coming out in the afternoon, but in the morning, man, I don't try to start my day like that. I gotta come here at 6 in the morning. I'll be here at 6, and once I leave, you can just do what you look. Boom, they gave me the blue band. Look, gave me the recommendation. Look, I'm talking about like. Boom, I get the blue band. From this day forward, I'm tight. This is where my bit come from. I'm tight. I'm tight. I'm talking about every time, bro, on shift, I'm sleep. Boom, second shift come. Me 12 come. Boom, I go to chow. I go outside and go to rec. By the time we come back from that rec, nigga, he gone. You see what I'm saying? Boom, get to that point where like now a lot of people I know starting to roll up here. Like a lot of people I know, like motherfucker like Marcio that came up here. You see what I'm saying? But like hella people. Oh, woo over on G George now. We over there shooting dice. We got G George turn. We got G George turn. We smoking good, like to the point where like now, like I told y'all, like G George really molding me into setting myself and setting my grounds to the point where like now shit getting expanded and I'm feeling myself in which two things I want to tell y'all, like to the point where like I'm starting to see myself actually branch out and I want to learn more now, and I want to learn more about people in here now. Like I don't want to just leave the situation without learning about people. So there's one old guy, he always used to talk shit to me from the top of the range, like, cause I used to have like this little game, like this little Pac-Man game thing, and he used to be like, man, man, you think you nice. You ain't nice at nothing, nigga. I been playing Pac-Man, but his cell right across from mine. So he always used to talk. So I talk little shit to him back about it. Like, man, I'm the coldest at whatever game you want to put on there. They had like Riley X. I used to play it at my grandma's house, my grandma Michelle house. So boom. One day he like, come on, man, pull up on me, little bro. He like, I got a joint for it, pull up on us. But like a rule is in there, like it ain't no rule, but it's like an unspoken rule. You don't really mess with the OGs, like the OGs, like not the OGs, like the OGs, like niggas that been in there a little minute. You don't really know them. They ain't really got friends. Like them more so the gay guys type, and they probably undercover gays. And yeah, I don't know. You just don't want to run across them. So I never really quite trusted him, but just this one day, I'm like, fuck it, let me pull up on OG. I pulled down there. He got the joint, you know me. I'm thirsty, crackhead. Look, I done pull up, look, OG rolling. He got the real deal, comfy sale. Like a nigga get comfortable in there. Like y'all be surprised. Like it's home to certain people. So bro, it's crazy. So like I'm in there, I'm looking. I'm like, damn, what the hell? So like, boom, I'm seeing what's going on. I get to playing the game. Look, showing him. I'm sad. Look, I done set a new score on his shit ASAP. He's salty at that. This what really should started like me and bro little friendship. Like I set that new first day in his cell. I set a new high score, and then it's so crazy. This a game. I think it was the Pac-Man game. I set the high score on. This nigga, this the main game he playing here is Pac-Man. Nigga, I'm like, nigga, this was your high score. Nigga, I ain't even realize. Nigga, I beat it so easy. I ain't even realize I beat it until he said something. Nigga, I'm talking about, bro, he was so hot to the point where, like, nigga, we ain't even smoked a joint in the window. We smoked a joint as just regular in his cell. Like, we regularly was just smoking and playing the game. Look, we just looking out for each other. Every time he died, look, I get the joint. Every time I die, he'll get it back. Look, I'm talking about, like, we realizing that bitch, like, look, compete in that Pac-Man to the point where, like, I tell this story because it touched like this on me. I made him cry. And I'm finna tell y'all why. And it ain't got nothing to do with the game. The days going on, he tell me like I'm working out and shit, and I'm getting more stocky and I'm getting more wide and I'm filling into my position. And like that's why I say in the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, what the fuck is this nigga, a gay nigga type? Cause I keep catching him looking at me. And when he looking at me, he never saying nothing, but he always like wait, look off type shit. So I'm get to wondering about him type, like, hold on, let me stop. I start falling back from him, go back to our regular, he talk little shit from a distance type, right? So now it's to the point where boom, I catch him looking at me again. Now I gotta say something back. Damn, what's up, OG? Why you be looking at me like all of a sudden? And then when I look, like you turn. He said, look, bro, I've been trying to put my finger on like who you look like. You remind me of somebody, but I swear I can't put it on who you look like. But and I look at you every day. I'm looking at your figure, everything, like, and I can't put it on him. He said, I say, but I ain't gonna lie, OG, you be looking like on some weird shit. Like it made me even come say something like I'm lightweight came to confront you type. OG, like, nah, look, bro, like, don't ever even play with me like that, look, bro. Ain't never nothing like that, bro. I just really want to know, like, he said, where you say you from? I said, yeah, I'm from Cincinnati. He said, damn, little nigga, you from Cincinnati? He said, nigga, I would have never let you in my cell, nigga. He said, I hate Cincinnati niggas. He said, nigga, I'm from Dayton. I'm like, damn, I really thought OG was from Cincinnati, though. He don't sound like a Dayton. He ain't sound like a Dayton nigga to me, but he tell me, like, nigga, he said, hey, yeah, nigga. He said, nigga, I would have never let you in my cell, smoke with you or none of that, nigga. I'm thinking I'm fucking with another little young nigga from Dayton type. See, I see me a little bit of me and you little type. So I'm like on some shit where I'm like, shit, nah, no cap, I did think you was from Cincinnati, da-da-da. He said, man, it's only one nigga ever fucked with from Cincinnati. He said, so I say, I'm like, one nigga. I'm like, nigga, So what, nigga? We don't fuck with they. Y'all know I'm a jokester, so I'm like, nigga, we don't fuck with they. And da da da. Blah blah skip. But he like, nah, I'm serious. Like, it's only one nigga ever from Cincinnati. And like, they said that he said what they used to call him like he said what they used to call him like boo boo. He said bully, Mally. He said then he started saying then he said it out his mouth like Malibu. He said yeah, that's what they called him. He said Malibu or something like mongoose. He said that's another name they used to call him like mongoose or something. I said mongoose. I said I said I ain't never heard of I said Malibu. I said I got an uncle named Malibu. Uncle Mally, that's my Uncle Mally. I got my Uncle Mally tatted up under my arm. Alfonso Wood. So he said, he looking, he looked again. That nigga said, Alfonso Woods. He said, yeah, you look like Mally. He said, you look like Mongoose, bro. He said, what you Mongoose, son? Look. I'm like, nah, that's my uncle, bro. He said, bro, when I say, bro, he the joy I never like I'm learning people. The joy in his body I seen that my uncle brought to him was like, damn, he like, bro, what the fuck? He said, yeah, you got his arms, you built like him. He said, nah, but Mally, he said Mally just was a little bit more like he had a little bit more chunkier. He was good, like you cool and shit, but he was more so he was like strong built, like so he like he asked me like, damn, what's up with Mally? How he doing? I said, bro, my Uncle Mally died. He said, died? He said, when the fuck he died? I said, bro, my Uncle Mally been dead, bro. He said, been dead? Like, what you mean been dead? I said, bro, my Uncle Mally died in '02. Mind you, this like 2016, going on 2017. He said, '02? He said, almost 15 years ago? I said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, my Uncle Mally been dead so long, bro, I damn near can't even remember his voice. Bro, that man put his head down. He said, I did Mally hold. He said, when I first came in here, I was already down hella time when I first even met Mally. And I remember Mally first came through the door. He said, so you mean to tell me I seen Mally come through the door and was already downtime, and now I'm bidding with his nephew? That broke him down. I ain't gonna lie, that broke him down. That nigga started cry. I told y'all, jail to make a grown man cry. Jail will make a grown man cry, bruh. No cap. That broke that man down, bro. That man put his head down. That man said, ooh, like I still remember his cry, bro. That motherfucker said, ooh, and started, bro, just boo-hooing. That put it in my mind that, boom, other niggas crying in here. Like he damn near 50, 60. He said, he said, I seen this nigga walk in. I was already down hella time. And now I'm bidding with his nephew. And he been dead 15 plus. Man, that turned him. So then now they to the point where like, boom. Ironically, I leave out of his cell that time. Boom, he in there crying and shit. I leave out. I'm on my way back to my cell. This all one spurt. Look, y'all. That's why I'm on my way back to my cell. I hear, folk. I'm looking around. It's a motherfucker up on the third range. Another motherfucker for dead. Look, he called me up there. He like, come here. Look, I'm on my way back to my cell. Look, I scurry up there. Boom. Mind you, because a motherfucker call you in the door, that mean it's time to smoke. You know, I'm a thirst bucket. I go up there. So he like, look, I'm about to roll up. Watch the door for me. So I'm like, all right. Boom. I go over there, go to the door. Boom. I'm looking out. I'm like, yeah, we good. The CO's at the desk. So he roll up real quick. Boom. We let it dry. So now he like, all right, go ahead, watch the door. Look. I watched the dough. He rolled up 2 of them, matter of fact. So I'm thinking it's a party. I'm like, oh, it's a go. Let's go. Look, boom. He like, all right, boom, watch the dough. I'm looking at the dough. He light it. Boom. You know, you use 2 batteries and a razor to light them. Get it going. Look, he blazing it. Look. So he back there smoking good. So I'm looking. I'm like, thinking like, damn, when is gonna be my turn? So he's still talking to me like, he like, yeah, folks. Look, matter of fact, he like, when I like this other one, I'm gonna tell you to come up here and hit it. So I'm like, nah, let me hit that right now. You tripping? He like, nah, I'm gonna let you hit the next one. So now I'm like, bro, you ain't just called me all the way up here to look out for you while you smoke. He like, nah, I'm gonna let you hit the next one. So now I leave the door. I walk up like, bro, let me hit that joint. Look. He didn't smack my hand. He like, bro, I'm gonna let you hit the next one, bro. I got you. I say, bro, you got 5 seconds to let me hit that joint, bro. He like, what? I said 5, 4, 3, 2. He steal me. Oh Mike. When I say I don't remember nothing, all I know is look, when I like came back to it, I'm gonna say when we woke up. You hear me? When I came back into it, all I see is my nigga at the door. Like, bro, stop. This what I hear. Bro, stop. He sleep. I'm on top of him, forearm in his neck. He like this. We start calling him Dead Roach. No cap. Ever since after that, we start calling him Dead Roach. His shit was like real life, like a roach. Like the dead was. Look, I'm talking about to the point where like now it's like, all right, boom. I go in, I grab the weed and shit. I take cause my nigga like, why you do that? I'm like, man, this nigga try to smoke without me, try to make me watch out why he smoke. Look, I grab his weed, leave. We about to go leave. Look, he wake up like, bro, go ahead, you got whatever, bro. Just don't hit me. I said, man, shut your bitch ass. Look, man, my boy leave after sale. My boy like, give me all the weed, cause they gonna know you was in his cell. Look, I'm talking about his shit swole. To the point where like I had to go back to him and let him know, like, bro, don't tell nobody we hit, bro. If anything, nigga say we was playing, nigga, and that shit happened, nigga. Don't tell nobody we hit. Look, but that was more convenient for him, anyways, because now niggas on the compound asking him, his niggas asking him. He like, nah, I asked him, we was playing. I'm really taking up for him, like, yeah, well, we just playing, bro. That shit ain't about nothing. You feel me? Cause I ain't trying to, cause they got something called invest. If they see a motherfucker swole up and they seen you come out of sale, yeah, they'll put both of y'all on the invest to the point where like now everything's coming to the light. Like now, like I tell y'all, I didn't got denied. This where niggas getting tried, niggas paperwork's coming back. They calling niggas the boys. I'm talking about to the point where like these 1-2 guys, man. These 1-2 guys, it was like boom. It get to the point where like, all right, these 1-2 guys, one of them was hanging with the other one just because the other one was like on some solid shit. And by the other one being on some solid shit, he really was draping off his coattail because he knew he was the boys. Well, a real nigga from from their hood, a real nigga from their hood end up coming and letting everybody know, like, man, buddy, the police, like, yeah, and I could get the paperwork, everything. He ended up getting the paperwork sent up there. So now he get the paperwork sent up there, and Brody try to have like some type heart for him. So he like asked him like, why you ain't just tell me? Like you got me looking stupid, different shit like that. So now they get to the point where now the nigga that's the boy starting to more so like let me how I'm gonna say trade on like the niggas that stood by him and shit because he's seeing all this shit here in the water here in the fan. Man, don't you know he going buddy sell? Buddy go down to the police like, look, y'all, I don't want nothing done. I don't want nobody nothing. I just want to find out who went in my cell. This second shift, the cool cops, look, they look it up. They find it, see a motherfucker, boom. I'm talking about they tell him, look, whatever you do, just don't beat him like to the point where we got to get paperwork and shit written up. just do what you got to do, but don't do it to that point. I'm saying all right there while I'm hearing all of it. Man, I'm talking about he go up to that man, say like, "And you supposed to be my boy." I'm talking about that boy, that boy, I look some crazy to the point where like now I'm just on the scale of boom, I'm seeing shit. Like I ain't go perp. Like I'm seeing shit. I'm learning niggas. Like I'm reading body language. I'm really climbing out of my depression now. Now I'm learning myself. I'm loving reading. I'm really working out hard. Like I got my set of group of friends that I ain't gotta worry about. Like I'm getting into little scuffles. I'm using my boys to help me get out of my depression at the same time. My aggression, using it as aggression to contain my aggression. I'ma say. So now it's like jail, it's really like I tell y'all, jail is what you making. Like so now, it's really starting to be something where like, okay, I know how to make it day for day, but what is it finna feel like trying to make it week for week? You see what I'm saying? Because I still can't envision 2019, and it's like 2016 now, going into 2017, and then like now in the beginning of 2017, it's like I still really don't know what's lying ahead of me. And now, boom, we just at the points where like we're like not only that I'm picking up on more so like fights in there and like but it's all really fights and stuff I'm picking. Now I gotta learn how to mature. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm learning how to mature now. You see what I'm saying? I'm building to the point where like I get into it with one of my guys. I'm playing chess and he talking about a real life situation, but I keep referring it back to like games and shit. And when it's one of my boys, he got kids all that, and he tell me like, man, Ken, see, you don't know what it like to be in here. You got kids to worry about. You missing out on kids, your kids' life. Like you ain't finna be there for this and that and this and that. Like so, like I said, it's really getting me to the point where like I'm more so understanding and seeing the conditions of everything of other people and realizing like, okay, we living in this bitch with roaches every day, like real live big roaches, water bugs. One day I watched them take one of the pipes out the shower. The pipe literally was black, so black that they set it on the ground and disintegrated into like dust, like it wasn't even a pipe no more. Like if you didn't see that pile of dust was a pipe, you wouldn't even believe that was a pipe, that was a real pipe. Like so it was like seeing our conditions and really opening my eyes to them and seeing how we live in it and realizing like it's other people with other problems, learning from these other people. Like I start realizing and seeing myself like I gotta stop more so listening to people stories and taking out glory, and I gotta start listening to people's story and learning from their mistakes. Because like how he just told me, I don't know what that's like. And I ain't want to know what that was like. Even in that moment, I got that. In that moment, I swear, like that's one lesson I can say I got the first time. A lot of lessons I didn't, but when my boy told me that, that was a lesson I got the first time. So it would start to be like, okay, we walking into year two. What is maturing? You see what I'm saying? I used to think maturing was personality, was dimming myself down, dimming my light, not coming so playful so much. Like, nah. You see what I'm saying? I started trying to mimic other people to the point where I caught myself up into being, I like to call it a jail nigga. You see what I'm saying? I start getting my shirt together. I start wearing my pants real little smooth and clean. You see what I'm saying? So now it start being to the point where like I'm thinking that's maturity. In my mind, I'm thinking that's how you conduct and you carry yourself, which it is on the streets, but we're in prison. And I ain't know how to separate the two at the time. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm still climbing out of this. I'm still learning myself on who I was. So now it's to the point where like now, okay, We in 2017 and we walking out of it. I get a knock on the door one day. I'm out. No, I'm out like shooting dice, and I hear my name and they tell me, "Hey, you got a review." So when I say I'm like review, what y'all mean review? They said then some lady talked to you down at work. So I have forgot. I signed up for this apprenticeship program. And when I signed up for the apprenticeship program basically keep you down there Lebanon for another year and a half, but it up your pay. Remember, I told you I was making like 10, 15, 20 cents a day, some shit. I was trying to get it up to 50 cents a day where I'm making the bag in the bank. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, boom. The lady called me down there, boom. Whole time it was the warden. Now I'm talking to the warden. The warden looked across my ticket history. She said, you don't get in trouble a lot. So I'm like, nah, I don't get in trouble for real like that shit. I'm in G George. Like, if I get in trouble, it's something petty. Like, I was using a bathroom or something. Like, and they don't like when I put the stuff up. So she like, so why you want to stay here? So man, my boy Chemo then got rolled out for like a couple months ago. So I really was just on some shit like shit, Unc up here. Like, I ain't really tripping. I just like the I just really want to pay. Like I kept it on a buck with her. Like I just really want to pay. So she like, man, listen, forget this pay. You can have this same job. You can work in the not the tag shop, but IOP or something like that. I forgot what it's called. Like the what's the name to get in there, but she like you can work this same type job at another camp. So I'm like, she like, look, matter of fact, don't even worry about it. When you go back to your block, go talk to your case manager, and your case manager gonna give you an emergency review. I forget all about the shit. I'm shooting dice. They knocked on the door. Hey, Smith, look. I look down there. They look, lady, won't you? I go back there to case manager. She asked me three things like shit. Um, or is I'm me? Yeah. Asked for my thing, boom, and she said, "So where would you like to go? Like what region?" I used to always hear people say London, 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 London. Boom. So now I tell her like shit. I want to go to London. She put in. She said, "Well, where else would you want to go?" I said, "Shit, anywhere for real, anywhere close around London." So I don't know what else she put in there. Then she like, all right, that's it. So then boom, I go back out there. Boom. Then it get to the point where like now, like I tell y'all, I'm really more so I just got this emergency review. The review is when I tell y'all they more so drop you the first time everything. I'm telling everybody like I got the review, I got the review. Everybody like, oh, you gone. They been sending niggas out. The blase skit. Now, I told y'all, I done picked up on me, but I haven't quite fully wrapped the scale around every single thing. But I know what jail is now. And I'm like 2.5 years in, almost halfway through my bit. I know what jail is now. You see what I'm saying? It's like everything's moving together for me. I'm meeting people, I'm seeing people. You get into it with your peoples, that's you. I get into it with my peoples, that's me. I'm really mowing well through this shit, but I'm still fucked up. Like on respect nothing. You see what I'm saying? There's still shit going on like that. I'm getting well with myself. So now, one day I'm in my cell, I'm just chilling. They come get me. They like, boom, you riding out tomorrow. I go to the yard, say bye to everybody, shit like that. I ask them like where I'm going. Man, my boy got rolled out to Pickaway. They tell me, look, you going to Pickaway. I said, Pickaway? Oh, what is up? Everybody at Pickaway. This where it all changed.